let me show you where I'm at. On the map here, you can see the blue dot right there. That's where I'm at. That's kind of glowing or whatever it's doing. But anyway, you can see I'm north and east of Dallas a bit. Oklahoma City up to the north and the west. Little Rock to the east. Shreveport, that's Louisiana. This is a series of towns that are very much out of the way. They are all losing population. Quite frankly, they are all slowly dying into ghost town status, which makes them fascinating. And, well, there's a certain beauty here. This first town is called Deport. Now, it's named after a guy named Colonel D. Thompson. I'm not sure how they got the word deport out of Colonel D. Thompson. Somebody maybe fill in who's from the area. But I looked into it. I couldn't figure it out. I'm flummoxed. I don't know how they got the word deport. It might be pronounced deport instead of deport. I think it's that's the actual way it's pronounced. But anyway, interesting town. I took a quick drive through it already. A lot of empty homes here, as you can well imagine, because of the population loss. The town peak population was in 1915. There were over 1,200 people here. By 1940, there were a little over 822. And today, there are just over 500 people here. So the town is fading away, slowly but surely. And you can see it in the numbers. Median age here is 47. So that's pretty old. Average, median age. And even more, you can see it here in the gender breakdown. 59% female, 41% male. 22% of the females are widows. 8% of the males have been widowed. So 30% of this population have been widowed. So that's a lot. Anyway, so here's downtown. I'm going to take a quick look at it. As you can imagine, it's basically abandoned. I'll tell you some more about the place as I go here. Per capita income is $23,100 a year. So that's, what is that? $444 a week. Median household income is $42,300 a year. That's $813 a week. That's a beautiful building. This red building here. I wonder if that is still in operation. There's a couple cars here. By the way, today is Monday. It's the last Monday in May. It is Memorial Day. It's, I don't know, about 11 a.m. in the morning. Beautiful day here in Texas. It's 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. I would guess that most people are having barbecues, that kind of thing. That's what they do on Memorial Day here in the United States. I toyed with staying at the hotel and drinking beer at the pool, but it's just so crowded, and I guess because of my age, I don't like crowds. I thought I'd rather come out and see some small towns here in Texas. So that's what I'm doing. L. Glover Community Center. Anyway, yeah, let's see what else we can see here. Looks like there is a fire department coming up. As I drive up to it, I'll tell you a little bit more. Poverty level here is 16%. That's not too bad. U.S. average is 12.8, but keep in mind the cost of living here is very low. For children 17 and under, it's 16%. People 65 and older, poverty level is 15%. None of those numbers are really that bad when you consider that the cost of living here is very low. So here's the fire department. People always want to see it. I'm guessing it's well, it's not fully staffed. It's probably volunteer. Anyway, I can't believe I'm getting lucky right off the bat here, guys. I see a cat. It's a black cat. Yeah. By the way, I'm trying a new camera out. I'm hoping it works. Let's see. Zoom works pretty cool. Hey there, fella. Huh? How about that? Cat sighting acquired. Where do people shop here? Well, they got a Dollar General. It's the only place I've seen for people to get any kind of groceries so far. I'm still looking around though. I'm gonna try to find a gas station too. Well, they do have a gas station. Shall we see what the price of gas here is in rural Texas? Looks like it's $3.28 a gallon. Yeah. $3.28 for a gallon of gas here. What is this gas station? I don't really see the name of it. Anyway, looks like you get a few things here too. Let's see, I'm going to check out a little bit more residential. Well, let's see, I'm just a couple blocks out of downtown, the small downtown here. You see a lot of gravel roads in the streets, and of course, you know, there are some empty homes here, to be expected. Since its peak over 100 years ago, the city's lost half its population. There's some pretty nice homes here, though. Let's see, here is the post office. People ask to see that. Deport, Texas. Crime surprisingly high. I guess I'm surprised, but anyway, it's 4.1 per 100 people. U.S. average is 2.3, so it's almost twice higher than the U.S. average. That goes for violent and property crimes. They are both nearly twice higher. Looks like they had a gas station here at one point. It is gone. Completely pulled up. Got an old truck in that garage there. Is that a Falcon? Ford Falcon? It's worth some money restored. Well, okay. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to head to the next town. Okay, everyone, I am entering the town of Bogata. Now, it was named after the city in Colombia, Bogata. But the postmaster, and this was in 1881 when they were incorporating the town, misspelled it. And, of course, they pronounce it differently here as well. So, anyway, let's see. Let's head into downtown, shall we? Let's see, peak population was in 1980. There were a little over 1,500 people here. Today there are just over 1,000. Not a big town, very small downtown, as you can see. Let's see, median age is 43. Gender breakdown, 54% female, 46% male. 24% of the females here have been widowed. 24%, that's one of the highest I've ever seen. Let's give you a look at the city here, or the town. 13% of the men have been widowed. Ooh, there's a wasp right there. I'm gonna roll this window up. Here is the, oh, this is City Hall. Okay, I thought maybe it was the post office. Anyway, what's that? 37% of the population of this town has been widowed. That's astonishing. That's maybe the highest I've ever seen. You know, basically, kids are growing up and leaving. The town is slowly dying out. Now, unsurprisingly, there's quite a bit of abandoned homes here. Just kind of, there's one getting swallowed up by nature there. But you just pretty much drive down any residential street here, and this is what you see. Boy, it smells like flowers though. It smells really good with the window down. Let me give you some of the numbers as I cruise through here. Per capita income is $18,700 a year. That's about $360 a week. Median household income is $27,900 a year. $537 a week. Median household income. That is really low. Interestingly, this number I found interesting. 39% of the town is married. That's pretty low. U.S. average is 50. So I guess the widows and widowers are not getting married. Again, I guess that would explain that, wouldn't it? Well, there's a lot of stuff in that yard, isn't there? A lot of stuff. Dang. That is a lot of stuff. That's like a flea market, isn't it? Is that what you call a redneck flea market, maybe? Anyway, let's see, more numbers. Poverty is 29%. So that's well over twice the national average, almost 3 times. Children 17 and under, it's 19%. That's not that bad, actually. But the number that really sticks out is the poverty level for 65 and older, 42%. So nearly half the older folk here live at or below the poverty line. All right, let's see. Here is the police department. That's right here. So, as I show you that, talk about the crime here. It's actually not bad. 18 per 1,000 people, 18 incidents. U.S. average is 23. I checked the total breakdown. Last year, they had a total of 5 violent crimes. All 5 were assaults. So 0 murders, 0 rape, 0 robbery. And there were 14 property crimes. Yeah, so 19 crimes total last year here in this town. Well, they do have a gas station, $3.19 a gallon here in Bogata. I did see the post office up here. Why don't I show you that real quick? It's right out here on the other side of downtown. I get people asking to see the post office. So, Yeah, here it is right here. They're on the edge of downtown. United States Post Office. There it is. Go to Texas. All right, I looked around a little bit. They do have the triple threat here. Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. And that looks nice and new too, doesn't it? Anyway, we just go down the street here a short distance. The big dog is here, of course. Right up here. Yep, there it is. You knew it was going to be here. The Dollar General. All right, well, tell you what, guys. It's time to head to the next town. All right, everyone, I am in Clarksville. Peak population here was in 1980, almost 5,000 people. Today there are about 2,800. So the town has lost almost half its population. I'm heading into downtown. I think I'm going to park here and get out on foot. What do you think? This downtown is a little bit bigger. So I could show you a little bit more. All right, well, here I am on foot. Let's take a look. There's some really interesting architecture here. There's also a guy playing some really loud music over there, but we'll just deal with it, I guess. Anyway, I wanted to see these buildings, or this building in particular. You hate to see it in this condition, but you could see the past beauty in them. They are all sitting empty, it looks like right now. Got a few more of them over here that are actually disintegrating, it looks like. And I'm just going to walk around a bit. I'll tell you about the town. Median age is 50. Gender breakdown, 55% female, 45% male. 18% of the females here are widowed. 6% of the men are. So that's 24% of the population have been widowed. Just letting it fall apart here. Per capita income here, $16,900 a year. That's $325 a week. That's pretty low. Median household income, $35,800 a year. That's about $690 a week. Now this town is a county seat. Usually in Texas, the county seats have the courthouse here in the middle. But apparently this square is not big enough, so we're going to have to get out in the car to see it. But that is an amazing looking building, but we'll get to it. Let's do the race breakdown. 50% white, 40% black, 4% Hispanic, the remaining 6% mixed. Poverty is pretty high here, 30%. That's 2.5 times higher than the national average. Children 17 and under, it is 36%. Folks 65 and older is 13%. Crime is pretty low. 6 per 1,000 people. That's actually really low. U.S. average is 23. They had 2 violent crimes total here last year. Both were assault. And there were 16 property crimes. So what's that? Yeah, 18 crimes total last year. That's pretty impressive. to be honest with you. Well, I guess I've looked around here enough. Let's go to that county courthouse and check it out. What do you guys think? Now here's the Red River County Courthouse. It is pretty spectacular, isn't it? Built in 1885 or 1884. I've read both numbers, but it's pretty old. Renaissance, Revival, and what they call Second Empire mixed in. So, let's see, a little 15th century Italian mixed in with Napoleon era, I guess is what that is. They say there's some Gothic mixed in as well. It's a mishmash. It makes quite a few lists of county courthouses across the country because of how unique it looks. The clock up there is called Old Red. Yeah, that is a really interesting building. Now, the town here is named after a guy named James Clark, who lived, or it was in 1833 when it was named after him. He was an interesting guy. I had to look him up. He was born in Tennessee in 1799, graduated from the University of Virginia at age 16. That's young. He must have been pretty smart. In the 1820s, he lived in Arkansas where he manufactured salt, and in 1827, he was elected to the Arkansas House of Representatives. Just showing you around a little bit here as I tell you about this guy. Anyway, well, here's a post office over here. Why don't I show that to you? People like to see the post office. Anyway, as I walk over there, I'll tell you some more about this guy, James Clark. In 1833, he came here to Texas and founded this town. And in 1836, he raised a company of mounted riflemen to fight for Texas independence. In 1838, he contracted a throat ailment, and it killed him. It was probably something pretty basic these days, but back then, something like that will kill you, and it did. And anyway, sounds like quite an interesting guy, doesn't it? Yeah, there's the post office for the town here. Clarksville, Texas. Now let's I'll give you a front view of the courthouse real quick. That is a spectacular building, am I right? Whoa! I'm gonna go check out some residential, but let me tell you guys, median home value here is among the lowest I've seen. $39,800. $39,800 for a home here. Well, let's see. Yeah, you see a lot of this here. Homes being returned to nature. I should make a t-shirt of that, shouldn't I? I say that so much. But I say it so much. Another one. It's a pretty quiet town, isn't it? Yeah, I got another house here. You sure that one's done for? I don't know, somebody might live in that. Possible. Now this house here is falling apart. Very small place. Got a rabbit right there. I don't know if you guys can see him. Something interesting about this town's past. In 1841, a retired Methodist minister named John Mackenzie founded Mackenzie College here, and it grew rapidly, and by 1854 it was the largest institution of higher learning in the state of Texas, right here in this town. Then the Civil War happened, and tuition dropped dramatically. And by 1868, the school closed down. That's too bad. But that's an interesting little footnote about this town. I would show you the school itself, but it's been torn down. So it's no longer there. Anyway, yeah, we're definitely in rural Texas. No question about that. Yeah, there is quite a bit of abandoned property here, though. You can see how close to downtown I am, too. It's right there. Yeah. Return to nature. 2 of them. Building for sale. There's another one. That's for sale. I wonder what that goes for. What are they asking for that? I mean, I don't even think that's fixable. What do you guys think? There's a car with a new car tag and a little carport there. I hope nobody's living in that because it does not look livable. Yeah, as I head back into this downtown, it's a cool little mural here, huh? I'm going to end it here and head to the next town. There's that same guy again. He's got some loud music here. Anyway, yeah. All right, everyone, I am in the town of Detroit. And yes, it's named after the Detroit in Michigan. Here's downtown. You want to check out a picture from, I don't know, this looks like it's from the 50s maybe? And here it is today. Well, why don't I talk about the town and explore this little, well, downtown while I'm at it. Median age here is 30. Well, you know what? Let's do population first. Peak population was in 1910. There were 1,500 people here. In 1940, it had dropped to 1,064. Today, there are just over 700 people here. Looks like they have a shop or two open, doesn't it? Anyway, back to age. Median age is 30. Gender breakdown, 59% female, 41% male. 16% of these females that live here are widowed. Only 1% of men. Per capita income, $18,500 a year. That's $356 a week. Now, these buildings or this section is in not near as good a shape. Let's see. Median household income, $33,800 a year. That's $650 a week. Race breakdown, 68% white, 22% black, 4% Hispanic, 2% Native American. The last 4% is mixed. It looks like they've got some stuff going on here. Not sure what. Gotta work on this building though. It looks, I mean, it's really interesting to look at. It's worth saving, I think. Anyway, poverty here is pretty high, 28%. That's, what, 2.5 times higher than the U.S. average. For children 17 and under, it's really bad, 45%. So almost half the kids who live here live at or below the poverty level. Now they got a barbecue joint here, but it is closed because it is Memorial Day. 65 and older, 13% live at or below poverty level. So there you go. Median home values here are $91,900. So that's not bad compared to the last town. Crime, pretty low. No, actually it's not. Crime here, 4 incidents per 100 people. U.S. average is 2.3. That's almost twice higher than the U.S. average. But it's such a small town, that's not very many. Yeah, violent crime is 1 per 100 people. Property crime is 3 per 100. Huh. Well, I'll tell you what. I think I've shown you everything here. I'm going to get out in the streets and let's check out some residential. Detroit, Texas. Little Motor City, 1876. Yeah, First Christian Church. I think I read about this. Built in 1902. That is something to see there. That's worth coming out here for, just to see that. Pretty sure this is sitting empty. Spectacular, isn't it? Or at least once was. It's for sale. How much do you think they want for that? It's a big house. A detached garage. Alright everyone, so that's going to be the end of this video. We are heading up into rural Oklahoma next, so be looking for that.